Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Big Poppa T-Mo and we are playing some No Man's Sky. This is my beginner's guide, episode 2. Where we left off last time, we had just finished checking out our distress beacon. We had built our navigational booster and it has given us a location to go. We are 872 units away from where we want to be. So we're going to start trekking in that direction. In the meantime, we're going to do a quick scan, see what's on the ground. We've got some O2, some carbon up ahead, and of course we've got some general things floating around. Now, I told you I was going to give you a couple helpful hints as we go along. Aside from picking up things like dihydrogen crystals, don't forget to recharge. What we're going to do is we're going to go into our inventory real quick and we're going to go to the multi-tool. And we're going to look here and hit the square, and it's going to show us some technology that we can install. Now, pretty soon it's going to give us a quest to do this anyways, but we want to do it beforehand because as soon as you have this ability, it's definitely helpful to be able to scan things. So what we need to do real quick is get some carbon. So we're going to point and shoot at one of these unidentified plants. We're not going to overload our mining laser. We're going to go through our let go and start up again. And we're just going to keep getting a couple plants real quick. And we're going to get a little stockpile of carbon because this is going to be very useful. Now we have a storm coming in, so we're going to need to get some more sodium. And our weapon needs to be recharged. We're going to use the condensed carbon this time. And real quick, we're going to go in here, make a carbon nanotube, go back to our multi-tool, and we're going to put the analysis visor in. What this allows us to do now is using the L2, we can start scanning things. This will give us more information on all of our plants. Like if you look on the left-hand side, the primary element is carbon with a secondary of sulfurine. So before we shot them and they just gave us the carbon. So I'm going to show you what it does now. See how it has the sulfurine on the bottom? When we're done with this mining, we're going to get sulfurine as well as carbon. If you don't scan them, it does not give you the secondary element. Let's do a quick scan real quick, find some more sodium. There's some Na over here. Sodium-rich plant. I could be shooting these other things, but if you notice, my protection is going down quickly. Storms do the 3 arrows. That's no bueno. So let's go ahead and recharge that. Unidentified mineral. Let's go ahead and scan that. Requires an advanced mining laser. That's not going to help us now. Scan this. Now you also notice we're getting some units for scanning things. These are super helpful later on. Salvage container. We're going to highlight that. Use our jetpack to get up over the other side. Grab some dihydrogen crystals because they are right in front of us. Oop, there's a critter. Hopefully it'll scan in real quick. Nope, he ran away too fast. Try and scan all of your animals. They are worth more units than anything else. There's another salvage container. This planet has a few advanced things. Like that right there is phosphorus. And there's an artifact and buried technology module. Let's try and stay on track a little bit here. We're going to go towards our decoded coordinates. Hit our ground scanner again. Show it highlighted that node over there. Okay, there is one of those hazardous flora. We'll scan that real quick. sorry, let off the button too fast. And we're going to go ahead and mine that. It's going to give us oxygen, not carbon. And then you'll notice these little red glowing plants, they're oxygen rich. You don't have to mine them, you just pick them up. Little hockey puck looking things are kind of fun. Let's see what they give us. Ferrite dust and phosphorus. Let's go ahead and hit some of those real quick. Recharge, and if you notice, phosphorus also recharges our mining laser. That's why I was picking that up. Secondary fuel sources are great. Mainly because we're going to be using the carbon for so much. Oop, overheated. That we don't want to have to waste it, so we're going to use the phosphorus as much as possible to recharge. Let's get back on track and head towards our destination. Now, as you move forward in this game, you definitely want to scan as many things as you possibly can. Right now, I'm just trying to get us to this point so that we can get our quest in line. And then on the way back, we'll scan. But as you move forward in this game, pretty much scan everything you can. The extra units are definitely nice. And the more rare something is, the more value. But minerals tend to give you about 200 per. The plants will give you more. Right now they're giving us probably about 500 to 1,000 units per scan. And then the critters, the animals, are going to also give us about 500 to 1,000 per. Go ahead and show you real quick. We'll scan another mineral. And there's some plants behind us. So that's 200. We'll scan. Where'd it go? Oh, not the minerals. There was a plant right back here. Squirrel moment, sorry. Our hazard protection's getting a little low. Recharge that. Recharge our mining laser. Oh, heard a critter. You have to check the critters when you hear them, because you never know which ones are going to be hostile. It's always good to know if you're about to get bit in the butt by one of these critters. This guy looks friendly though. Yep, he's a slow grazer, eats solar vine. And I have that salvage container highlighted. It keeps distracting me. I want to go over to it. That's the unfortunate thing about having played as much as I have, is I know that those are worth something. There's the plant. That looks like a mineral. That's why they gave us 500 units. Now, it got dark, so I'm going to show you something else. You can go in here, go to Utilities, and turn on your light. Helps out a little bit. You can also change to the first person view from that screen. Personally, I prefer the third person. And our target is that building. Let's see what's in here. Inside buildings, the hazard protection recharges. Accessing archive, 67 logs corrupted. Entry 4924A follows. No one, static. Makes this recording in case static. Leaving behind static in the fabricator static might be of some use. Static, visor damage, static, can't find ship. Recover supplies. Log vanishes and the machine whirs to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal. I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now. Quite possibly. Now also scan around the inside of buildings, make sure there's nothing else you can get or pick up. Some more damaged machinery here. We'll check that out and see if we have what it takes to fix. Chromatic metal 25, no. We do not, but we want to go in the other building. Check that out real quick. Nope, don't see anything interesting in here. Okay, hermetic seal acquired. Warning, unable to locate starship. Use analysis visor L2 to pinpoint ship. Let's go ahead and scan that. Oop, look at that. There's an unknown grave. That's more important than that salvage technology. And then there's our starship. So we know where that is. Let's go over here and check this out. Now, as much as I hate having squirrel moments where you... Ooh, that's kind of far. Alright, well, we're going to have to wait on that. But we know there is an unmarked grave on this planet, and we can search for it later. What we're going to do now is we're going to set our... Oop, there's a salvage container. We want it on the starship. It just won't highlight it. There we go. It'll help keep us on track a little bit. As you're running around, every once in a while, you're going to find some lovely things like some containers. Might want to search them all. They've got some pretty useful things in them. I hear critters again. Ooh, there's a couple of them coming our way, but they're the friendly guys, so don't have to worry about them. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of them. Little dinosaur-looking things. Alright, we're going to follow our HUD and back to our ship. Now on the PS4, the R1 is a melee attack. If you use that in conjunction with the X is your jetpack. Hit your melee attack and then your jetpack right after, and you will jetpack forward a little bit faster than normal. Otherwise, it just kind of floats you up there. Now, word of warning, your jetpack has very, very limited fuel, so you're not going to get very high, and if you jump off of something, save some for when you hit the bottom. You'll have to forgive me. I keep getting my scanner off so much faster. Ooh, there's a big critter. Two of them. Be friendly. Hey, they are. They eat nectar. This scanner on my current gameplay is so much faster, so I'm just so used to moving off of things quicker. And if you push down on the right stick, it also does the dash. If you use that in conjunction with the melee attack and the jetpacks, you get a pretty good forward boost. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and give me a subscribe if you'd like to see future updates. Thanks again, and fly safe.